Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome, friends, to our video dedicated to Thar Desert. Let's dive right in and uncover its wonders. The Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert, is an arid region in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent that covers an area of 200,000 km in India and Pakistan. It is the world's 18th desert and the world's 9th hot subtropical desert. About 85% of the Thar Desert is in India, and about 15% is in Pakistan. The Thar Desert is about 4.56% of the total geographical area of India. More than 60% of the desert lies in the Indian state of Rajasthan. The portion in India also extends into Gujarat, Punjab, and Haryana. The portion in Pakistan extends into the provinces of Sindh and Punjab. The portion in the latter province is referred to as the Cholistan Desert. The Indo-Gangetic Plain lies to the north, west and northeast of the Thar Desert. The Rann of Kutch lies to its south, and the Aravali Range borders the desert to the east. The most recent paleontological discovery in 2023 from the Thar Desert in India, dating back to 167 million years ago, pertains to a herbivorous dinosaur group known as Diceratops. This discovery marks the first of its kind to be unearthed in India and is also the oldest specimen of the group ever recorded in the global fossil record. Brace yourself for an in-depth analysis as we navigate through Ice Age desertification and its far-reaching implications. During the last glacial maximum 20,000 before present, an approximately 2,400,000 ice sheet covered the Tibetan Plateau, causing excessive radiative forcing. That is, the ice in Tibet reflected at least 4 times more radiation energy per unit area into space than ice at higher latitudes, which further cooled overlying atmosphere at that time. This impacted the regional climate. Without the thermal low pressure caused by the heating, there was no monsoon over the Indian subcontinent. This lack of monsoon caused extensive rainfall over the Sahara expansion of the Thar Desert, more dust deposited into the Arabian Sea, a lowering of the biotic life zones on the Indian subcontinent, and animals responded to this shift in climate, with the Javan Rusa deer migrating into India. Let's transition to desertification due to drying up of Saraswati River and uncover its significance. 8,000 years ago, a paleo channel of Khagga-Hakra River identified with the Paleo-Saraswati River, after confluence with subtle flowed into the Nar River delta channel of the Indus River, changed its course, leaving the Khagga-Hakra as a system of monsoon-fed rivers which did not reach the sea and now ends in the Thar Desert. Round 5,000 years ago, when the monsoons that fed the rivers diminished further, the Indus Valley civilization (IVC) prospered in this area, with the rise of numerous IVC urban sites at Kalibangan, Rajasthan, Banawali and Rakhigarhi, Haryana, Haryana and Lothal, Gujarat along this course. 4,000 years ago, when monsoons diminished even further, the dried-up Hakra became an intermittent river, and the urban Harappan civilization declined, becoming localized in smaller agricultural communities. Now let's delve into the intricacies of geography and explore its various aspects. The northeastern part of the Thar Desert lies between the Aravali Hills. The desert stretches to Punjab and Haryana in the north, to the Great Rann of Kutch along the coast, and to the alluvial plains of the Indus River in the west and northwest. Much of the desert area is covered by huge, shifting sand dunes that receive sediments from the alluvial plains and the coast. The sand is highly mobile due to the strong winds that rise each year before the onset of the monsoon. The Luni River is the only river in the desert. Rainfall is 100 to per year, almost all of it between June and September. Saltwater lakes within the Thar Desert include the Sampar, Kukaman, Didwana, Pakpadra, and Phalodi in Rajasthan and Karoda in Gujarat. These lakes receive and collect rainwater during monsoon and evaporate during the dry season. The salt comes from the weathering of rocks in the region. Lithic tools belonging to the prehistoric Atarian culture of the Maghreb have been discovered in Middle Paleolithic deposits in the Thar Desert. In the next phase, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of climate and exploring its real-world applications. The climate is arid and subtropical. Average temperature varies with season, and extremes can range from near freezing in the winter to more than 50 C in the summer months. Average annual rainfall ranges from 100 to 500 and occurs during the short July to September southwest monsoon. The desert has both a very dry part, the Aravali region in the west, and a semi-desert part in the east that has fewer sand dunes and slightly more precipitation. In this segment, we'll be unraveling the complexities of desertification control and exploring its multifaceted nature. The soil of the Thar Desert remains dry for much of the year, so it is prone to wind erosion. High-velocity winds blow soil from the desert, depositing some of it on neighboring fertile lands and causing sand dunes within the desert to shift. To counteract this problem, sand dunes are stabilized by first erecting micro-windbreak barriers with scrub material and then by afforestation of the treated dunes, planting the seedlings of shrubs such as fig, senna, and castor oil plant and trees such as gum acacia, Precipice juliflora, and lebbek tree. The 649-long Indira Gandhi Canal brings fresh water to the Thar Desert. It was built to halt any spreading of the desert into fertile areas. Moving forward, we'll be taking a closer look at protected areas. There are several protected areas in the Thar Desert in India. The Desert National Park in Rajasthan covers 3,162 km and represents the Thar Desert ecosystem. It includes 44 villages. Its diverse fauna includes the great Indian bustard Cheritis nigricaps, black buck, chinkara, fox, Bengal fox, wolf, and caracal. Seashells and massive fossilized tree trunks in this park record the geological history of the desert. The Tolshapa Sanctuary covers 7 km and is an important bird area. It is located in the Churu district, 210 kilometers from Jaipur, in the Shekhawati region of Rajasthan. This sanctuary is home to large populations of black buck, fox, caracal, partridge, and sand grouse. The Sundarmata Conservation Reserve covers 117.49 km and is located in the Yalore district of Rajasthan. In Pakistan, the Thar Desert Wildlife Sanctuary covers 6,300 km. It is located in Mirpurkhas district. It contains the largest population of the endangered mugger crocodile in Pakistan. The Rann of Kutch Wildlife Sanctuary located in Badin district is an important bird area and Ramsar site with 30 species of mammals, 112 bird species, 20 reptiles, and 22 important plant species. The Lal Shunra Biosphere Reserve and National Park is a UNESCO-declared biosphere reserve, which covers the Cholistan region of the Greater Thar Desert. Brace yourself for a captivating discussion on fauna as we explore its nuances and implications. Some wildlife species that are fast vanishing in other parts of India are found in the desert in large numbers, including the black buck antelope cervicapra, Chinkai gazella benneti, and Indian wild ass Equus hemianisca in the Rann of Kutch. This may be partly because they are well adapted to this environment. They are smaller than similar animals that live in other environments, and they are mainly nocturnal. It may also be because grasslands in this region have not been transformed into cropland as fast as in other regions, and because a local community, the Bishnois, has made special efforts to protect them. Other mammals in the Thar Desert include a subspecies of red fox Vulpes pusilla and the caracal, and a number of reptiles dwell there too. The region is a haven for 141 species of migratory and resident desert birds, including harriers, falcons, buzzards, kestrels, vultures, short-toed eagles Circatus gallicus, tawny eagles Aquila rapax, greater spotted eagles Aquila twanga, and lager falcons Falco jugger. The Indian peafowl is a resident breeder in the Thar region. The peacock is designated as the national bird of India and the provincial bird of the Punjab, Pakistan. It can be seen sitting on kedri or pipal trees in villages or deblina. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore flora through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. The natural vegetation of this dry area is classified as northwestern thorn scrub forest, i.e. small, loosely scattered patches of greenery. The densities and sizes of these green patches increase from west to east, following an increase in rainfall. The primary vegetation of the Thar Desert is composed of trees, shrubs, and perennial herb species, including trees and shrubs, Ivica, Melanitz roxburgii, Calotropis procera, Capris decidua, Pterodendron multiflorum, Comiferum eucal, Cordia sinensis, Crotalaria borea, Euphorbia caducifolia, Euphorbia nerifolia, Gruyere tenax, Leptadenia pyrotechnica, Lycium barbarum, Matinus emarginata, Mimosa hamata, Pseudofruticosa, Vachelia jasremonti, Ziziphus nummularia and Ziziphus. Herbs and grasses, Acthoclocompressa, Dactylocenium skindicum, Centrus biflorus, Centrus setiger, Lacerus skindicus, Cynodon dactylon, Panicum turgidum, Panicum antidotal, Dichanthium anilatum, Sporobolus marginatus, Saxarum spontaneum, Centrus celeris, Dismostichia bipinata, Aragrostis species, Agamopidon species, Phragmites species, Tribulus terrestris, Typhus species, Sorghum halpans, Citrulus colocynthis. The endemic floral species include Caligonum polygonoides, Prosopis cynamoria, Acacia nilotica, Tamarix aphylla, and Centrus biflorus. Moving forward, we'll be taking a closer look at people. The Thar people are the natives of the area. The Thar Desert is the most widely populated desert in the world, with a population density of 83 people per. In India, the inhabitants comprise Hindus, Jains, Sikhs, and Muslims. In Pakistan, inhabitants include both Muslims and Hindus. About 40% of the total population of Rajasthan lives in the Thar Desert. The main occupations of the inhabitants are agriculture and animal husbandry. Jodhpur, the largest city in the region, lies in the scrub forest zone at the desert's perimeter. Bikaner and Jaisalmer are the largest cities located entirely in the desert. In the upcoming portion, we'll be dissecting water and housing in the desert to gain a comprehensive understanding of its implications. In the true desert areas, the only sources of water for animals or humans are small, scattered ponds, some that are natural tobas and some that are human-made johads. The persistence of water scarcity heavily influences life in all areas of the Thar, prompting many inhabitants to adopt a nomadic lifestyle. Most of the permanent human settlements are located near the two seasonal streams of the Karan Har Hills. Potable groundwater is also rare in the Thar Desert. Much of it tastes sour due to dissolved minerals. Potable water is mostly available only deep underground. When wells are dug that happen to yield sweet-tasting water, people tend to settle near them, but such wells are difficult and dangerous to dig, sometimes claiming the lives of the well diggers. Crowded housing conditions are common in some areas. In this section, we'll be deep diving into agriculture, unraveling its complexities and uncovering valuable insights. The Thar is one of the most heavily populated desert areas in the world, with the main occupations of its inhabitants being agriculture and animal husbandry. Agricultural production is mainly from kharif crops, which are grown in the summer season and seeded in June and July. These are then harvested in September and October and include bajra, pulses such as guar, jowar, sorghum, vulda, maize, zea maize, sesame and groundnuts. The Thar region of Rajasthan is a major opium production and consumption area. Let's now shift gears and explore agroforestry through a critical lens, uncovering its strengths and weaknesses. Cynamoria wood is reported to contain high calorific value and provide high-quality fuel wood. The lopped branches are good as fencing material. Its roots also encourage nitrogen fixation, which produces higher crop yields. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore ecotourism through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. Desert safaris on camels have become increasingly popular around Jaisalmer. Domestic and international tourists frequent the desert seeking adventure on camels for 1 to several days. This ecotourism industry ranges from cheaper backpacker treks to plush Arabian Nights-style campsites replete with banquets and cultural performances. During the treks, tourists are able to view the fragile and beautiful ecosystem of the Thar Desert. This form of tourism provides income to many operators and camel owners in Jaisalmer, as well as employment for many camel trekkers in the desert villages nearby. People from various parts of the world come to see the Pushkar Mela Pushkar Fair and oases. In the upcoming section, we'll be shining a light on industry. The Government of India initiated departmental exploration for oil in 1955 and 1956 in the Jaisalmer area. Oil India Limited discovered natural gas in 1988 in the Jaisalmer Basin. Brace yourself for an in-depth analysis as we navigate through history and its far-reaching implications. The Desert National Park in Jaisalmer district has a collection of 180 million-year-old animal and plant fossils. Jaisalmer state's historical foundations are in the large empire ruled by the Baiti dynasty. The empire stretched from what is now Ghazni in modern-day Afghanistan to what is Sialkot, Lahore and Rawalpindi in modern-day Pakistan to the region that is Bathinda and Hanamanga in modern-day India. The empire crumbled over time because of continuous invasions from Central Asia. According to Satish Chandra, the Hindu Shahs of Afghanistan made an alliance with the Bhoti rulers of Multan because they wanted to end the slave raids that were made by the Turkic ruler of Ghazni, but the alliance was broken apart by Optijan in 977 CE. Baiti dominions continued to shift southwards. They ruled Multan, then finally got pushed into Cholistan and Jaisalmer, where Al-Divarja built Dur-al-Durwa. Jaisalmer was founded as the new capital in 1156 by Maharwal Jaisal Singh, and the state took its name from the capital. On 11 December 1818, Jaisalmer became a British protectorate through the Rajputana Agency. Because the kingdom's main source of income had long been levies on caravans, its economy suffered after Bombay became a major port, and sea trade largely replaced trade along the traditional land routes. Maharwals Ranjit Singh and Bairi Sal Singh tried to reverse the economic decline, but the kingdom nevertheless became impoverished. To make matters worse, there was a severe drought and a resulting famine from 1895 to 1900 during the reign of Maharwal Salivan Singh, which caused the widespread loss of the livestock upon which the increasingly agriculturally based kingdom had come to rely. In 1965 and 1971, population exchanges took place in the Thar between India and Pakistan. 3,500 Muslims shifted from the Indian section of the Thar to Pakistani Thar, whilst thousands of Hindu families also migrated from Pakistani Thar to the Indian section. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this video.